Hello, this is Gamal Hassan, and in this video we're going to discuss a very important topic that is frequently discussed in many job interviews, which is about the different types of questions and the skills they test. Prepared and presented by me, Gamal Hassan Ibrahim. Let's get started. So, students may encounter various types of questions throughout their academic journey. Here are some common types of questions or of tests. The first type is the multiple choice questions. So, students select the correct answer from a list of options, and this type of questions assesses or focuses on the knowledge and comprehension of the subject matter. The second type is true or false questions, in which students determine whether a statement is true or false, and this type focuses or tests factual understanding and critical thinking skills. The third one is short answer questions, and students provide brief written responses to questions, brief, very short responses to questions. For example, you may be asked to define, or the student may be asked to define the term Common Core State Standards, which is only to give the definition of what is meant by the Common Core State Standards, only the definition, which is a very short answer. And this format assesses understanding and the ability to articulate information concisely, how to summarize the answer. Here is a similar one, which is essay questions, and in which students write longer, more detailed response to a prompt or a question. So if we compare short answer questions, the previous one, and this type, we're going to find the essay questions require the students to answer or write longer, more detailed response to a question. Okay? For example, you may be asked here, or the student may be asked to discuss the impact of the Common Core State Standards on K-12 education. Okay? So, in this format, the essay questions evaluate critical thinking, analysis, and the ability to construct coherent arguments, how to build your argument, how to defend your point of view, how to have a point of view and how to defend it and how to elaborate on it. Okay, so if we compare and contrast short answer questions and essay questions, so first of all, to compare and contrast any two items is to mention the similarities and the differences between them. So both of them are questions to assess the understanding and the critical thinking of the students. But for essay questions, they require a long, detailed answer. On the other hand, for short answer questions, they require the student to answer concisely and a very short answer. Okay? We're going to move to the fifth type. Fill in the blanks. Students complete sentences or statements by filling in missing words or phrases. This format assesses knowledge and understanding of specific details. Okay? The third type, or the sixth type, is matching. Students match items from one column to another column based on their relationship or association, and this format, matching, tests knowledge and the ability to make connections between items. The next one, which is number 7, problem solving questions. Students solve mathematical or scientific problems applying concepts and formulas to find solutions. So this is more related to science and math, which is problem solving questions. By the way, in math, we do not say we're going to answer a question. We say we're gonna solve a problem. So in math, we do not answer questions, rather, or instead we solve problems, okay? For example, here is a problem to be solved. How can we reduce noise when we apply active learning in class? You may ask your students to answer this question, asking them, how can we reduce noise when we apply active learning in class? So this is a problem and we need to find a solution to the problem. And this format evaluates analytical skills and the application of knowledge, how to apply what they have already learned previously to solve an ongoing or a current problem. Number 8, performance-based questions. Students demonstrate skills or abilities through hands-on tasks. Hands-on task means some actual task to be answered or to be solved. Presentations or performances. For example, you may ask the students to design a solution to reduce plastic waste in our school. This is a problem and they need to use their hands because it is a real world problem to be solved, not only something that is written like a math problem, for example. Okay, so we can call it hands-on activity or hands-on question. So that's why its name is performance-based question. And this format or this type of questions assesses practical application and mastery of specific skills. Number 9, oral exams. Students respond to questions or prompts orally without writing the answer. Only they say the answer orally, typically in one-on-one or small group setting. And this format evaluates verbal communication, how to communicate with each other, how can the student communicate with his or her teacher, communication skills which are very important for the 21st century, okay? Also, they evaluate critical thinking and subject knowledge. So, oral exams evaluate verbal communication skills, critical thinking, and subject knowledge. Portfolio assessment, which is the last one. Students compile a collection of their work. All their work must be saved in a file, such as projects, essays, or artwork to demonstrate their progress and achievement. Okay, so every single student must have a file in which he or she can save the previous work. And whenever the teacher assesses this, it is very important because the teacher can just evaluate the holistic view of students' abilities and growth over time, because the portfolio assessment provides a holistic view of students' abilities and growth over time, along the year or along the term. Remember, it's important to note that the types of questions used may vary depending on the subject, grade level, and educational system. So these types may be different according to the age of the student, the grade of the student, the educational system. Additionally, educators may also use a combination of these formats to assess different aspects of student learning. Thanks for watching. Gamal Hassan Ibrahim.